And while I was clearing the cards for this reading, the High Priestess showed up, which is also ruled by the moon. So there's something here to your subconscious. There's something here to your intuition that I really want you to be mindful of. Hi Cancers, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Extended Monthly Tarot for April 2024. There were some intuitive messages that came out right away. Also, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you to all my subscribers. Subscribe if this reading does resonate with you, and comment as well. But quick, intuitive messages. A lot related to the Mercury retrograde that is happening right at April 1st. I'm going to go over a little bit of the astrology. I'm also going to link an article with all of the astrological transits for April. There's so many. It's so much like February 2024, where it's almost every day we got something major going on. It's also eclipse season. So please do check out that article. I also highly recommend you check out the April extended readings over at the Tarot Ship with Jimmy, because Jimmy does such an amazing job going through the astrology in detail and in such a wonderful way that it's super entertaining. So please do go check out that channel if you want a more deep dive into the astrology related to your sign. Definitely check out your rising sign, because the astrology that he goes over is through your rising sign with the houses and everything. But what I want to talk to you about is I was actually going to put this reading off until the morning, and then I got up to my room and I saw this amazing harvest looking moon, and I was thinking about Cancer energy related to the moon card. And even though it's a Pisces card, there's so much Cancerian energy in that card. And then also related obviously to your intuition. And while I was clearing the cards for this reading, the High Priestess showed up, which is also ruled by the moon. So there's something here to your subconscious. There's something here to your intuition that I really want you to be mindful of. Now, the biggest thing that stuck out while I was looking at the moon and thinking about your reading was all of the lessons that you've learned with Saturn, stepping into your personal power. The shadow aspect of waiting until something builds up so much that like the dam of your emotions breaks, okay? And then that is the shadow side of Cancerian energy, is not speaking your truth, not speaking, stepping into your power, speaking from your power, and then the dam breaks and it's like, whoa. Like that's the way people react, is thinking that you're overreacting, but really it's been something building up. So the reason I say this is because while I was looking at the moon, I had this message of Mercury retrograde. It is in Aries, okay? So that's an energy of communication breakdowns, travel disruptions, causing some very bold reactions, okay? This can be, if it's shadow energy, very reactionary. And so what I want you to do, Cancers, is make sure that you don't hold back on expressing things, but thinking them through first, okay? So this is like this idea of something triggers you, and instead of immediately reacting, write it down first. Make sure like you have everything thought through with your reaction. Don't just immediately react. And because I'm getting this sense of things that like have been building in that dam. Like the water's been building with this dam, and I just don't want a Mercury retrograde to be the time where the dam breaks, because of how powerful that reactionary energy can be. Okay, so please take that as it resonates. Again, Mercury retrograde starts April 1st, all right? And just also be mindful too with other people's reactions. So it's not just how you react, but also being mindful of the fact that other people might react in a way that is aggressive or bold, okay? And so it depends on how you perceive that. But just knowing, oh, yep, all right, well, that's the energy going on. Like, I don't have to take this personally, right? I can take this with a grain of salt type of thing. So that's a big one that I think everybody's going to be feeling, because also we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries April 8th. So we have that going on in Aries with an Aries Mercury retrograde. All right. So this is some big energy. So that's why, please, if you haven't done your shadow work, do your shadow work. That shadow work journal is in my link tree. It is so wonderful. And it's also this energy too, like with these relationships, like focus on the relationships that there's mutual interest, mutual effort, mutual like I'm getting harmony, and walking away from anything that isn't worth your time. All right. This is a card of knowing when to walk away. It's also a card of boundaries. So that's something too that we water signs, we can struggle with, is energetic boundaries and physical boundaries too, but mainly like energetic, emotional boundaries. We can unfortunately have some trouble with that. All right. So we want to, if there's combative energy, not walk away in a sense of like, I don't want to stand up for myself. Like, that's not the idea. It's knowing what's worth your time and knowing what's not worth your time. And I get this too being something with communication, that there's something here like that. It's like, I'm not going to, because listen, sometimes not responding is more of a response. There's a difference between avoidance and just not allowing energy to, like Emperor energy, like boundaries. There's just something here really strong with structure, assertiveness, confidence, and boundaries. All right. This is a card of leading with confidence, and it's ruled by Aries. So that's what I really want you to focus on. If there are any communication issues going on that are arising from this Mercury retrograde in Aries, I want you to see it from the perspective of how it's helping you lead with confidence, how it's helping you step into your power in some way. All right. I'm just getting a lot with this energy of these lessons from your Saturn lessons related to personal power. So we'll see how that plays out in the tarot. But going back to just a little bit more astrology, I am going to do a timestamp. You can skip ahead to the reading. So if you don't want to hear any more of the astrology, just look for the timestamp in the comments and you can skip ahead to that spread. But I'm telling you, there's some sort of confidence coming through. And so if there is any energy that does feel disruptive or combative, see how working through it is somehow taking you somewhere very powerful. Okay. So another big one I want to talk about is, and again, like there's so much going on. April 19th, actually July I want to talk about, July 2023. Like a lot of this has been a culmination since that full moon in Capricorn, beginning of July, I think it was July 3rd. There's so much related to your Saturn lessons and since summer 2023 that there might be a lesson in there from a repeating lesson that maybe we thought we were past that we're going to have to readdress. And it's how you assert yourself. Mars, how you assert yourself. There's something here with how you assert yourself with this energy that's going to make the difference. All right. It's going to be the congratulations, now you're leveling up type of energy. But April 19th is what I wanted to say. There's 3 events in April 19th. We got Mercury in Aries conjunct Venus in Aries, the Sun entering Taurus, and Mars in Pisces with Uranus in Taurus. All right. And so I want you to focus on love. I want you to focus on peace and calm. Okay. Because there's this idea of what energy is yours, what energy is not yours. And again, water signs, us, like really needing to, when we step into this power that water energy is getting in this Aquarian age, we really need to be mindful of the distinction between what's our energy and what's not, because we absorb people's energy. So sometimes what we think is our feelings is actually somebody else's feelings that we've absorbed. And that's a really hard distinction to make. And so I want you just to focus on peace. I am peace. Like my inner world is peace. There's just something here about you making sure that you ground yourself in peace and you know that you are in peace. So if anything else comes at you that makes you not feel peace, you're identifying it's not your energy. So I think that's a big lesson that's going to be here in April for you, is a very strong message of what is my energy and what is not my energy. Okay. what is my energy and what is not my energy? Because like that King of Cups, I want you to be the master of your emotional domain and that you're going to know the difference. So the big one that I am excited about for April is April 20th, Jupiter in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So now go back to end of December. Go back to end of December and in January. Taurus went direct in Jupiter. I'm sorry. It's late when I'm doing this. Jupiter went direct in Taurus at the end of December. Okay, so direct, the expansion. That expansion is building and building and building. And Uranus went direct in Taurus in January. And so this only happens every 12 years. All right, so April 20th, big, big, big day. So this is something where we can have a burst of excitement because of these big, bold changes that are coming into our life. And we have to be open to these opportunities, but we also have to believe in the magic. We have to believe in the rebellion against the comforts of what we know and accepting something that is like our wildest dreams coming in. Okay, so us water, yes, the Fool, like this is big. This is ruled by Uranus, okay? So this message is like clearly very much for you of a big, bold, new opportunity and related to something that you're really passionate about. And it's a yes type of energy of like, don't overthink it, all right? Don't absorb other people's energy and just really saying yes to whatever this is. And remember, this expansion is just going to keep expanding and expanding. And so we want to have our energy aligned with this expansion. And so it's, again, these boundaries are so important to welcome in this expansion so that you align your energy with other people who are aligned with your energy as well, okay? So other big thing I would say at the end of the month is Mars entering Taurus April 30th, because again, how we assert ourselves. There is a lot of shadow energy to clear in the collective and individually. And so we do have to be mindful that Mars in Aries, bold, confident leader, but it's also the shadow energy, again, of burning other people before they burn you. Warrior in sense of like war and take no prisoners versus warrior of guarding and protecting, right? Like it's a big choice. And like I said, with all the energy happening, we just want to be mindful on what side of the coin we're choosing to be on, okay? I'm getting to like, there's this really strong energy that came through of like the Emperor and the Empress, the yin and the yang. You need to remember, we need both these energies, but we need both these energies healed, okay? And that's what we're welcoming in with the Aquarian age. So there's, again, because also April 30th, not only do we have Mars entering Aries, but the reason I think that this might be kind of, I'm getting like two rams clashing their heads, is because April 30th, we also have Venus in Taurus square Pluto in Aquarius. So remember, Pluto in Aquarius went direct in January. We are all being asked to transform, to answer the wake-up call, individually and collectively. The power of the old paradigm is a take no prisoners type of energy, but that Aquarian age energy is we all deserve to have everything. We all deserve to shine. You know, that 1% haves and have-nots energy gripping on is losing its power, and they only know how to exert their power in a certain way, okay? So this aspect is saying that it can create power struggles in our relationships. This can also be related to jealousy, and it's also, again, that Five of Swords idea of knowing when to walk away. So it's also a clean slate energy. So there might be something where it's like, I'm done with this, I just gotta walk, like clean slate. And remember, there's this opportunity arising around April 20th that is encouraging us like, hey, this is like where we're meant to be. All right. And so you're aligning. So don't be afraid of anything that shifts. As long as you're aligned with the Aquarian energy, that's what you need to focus on. And remember, like, you don't want to align yourself with that old paradigm. So yeah, how you assert yourself with the energy of power struggles and clashes. So remember, don't let the dam break, okay? Let your power trickle through in a way where you balance that energy, balance those emotions. This is part of answering the wake-up call for you, all right? It's being bold, it's being courageous, but doing it in a manner that expresses your amazing water Cancerian energy, okay? Nurturing, loving. When you get something like this energy at the end of the month, you choose love, you choose peace. So think about that. So instead of combating with somebody, you close this is a good example, okay? You don't close your energetic dam. You make the boundary where you don't allow that person's energy in, and all you do is give love. Okay, this is actually an amazing analogy that just popped in my head. If you've ever seen the movie Little Nicky, at the end, there's Little Nicky, and then I think it's the devil. I don't really remember. But anyways, no, it's not the devil. Maybe it is. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. But anyways, there's the energy of the darkness, right? And it's like giving, you know, all this scary stuff. And then little Nicky like comes back and he like, you know, gives rainbows, and he gives, you know, like all of the, like turns demons into bunnies. Like there's all of this stuff in there where like, that's what I want you to do. So what if at the end of the month you get this energy that's super, combative, super low vibe, low vibration energy, instead of feeling like you need to assert your power in a sense of like overpowering that power with the same kind of energy, I want you to combat it with love and peace. All right. That's where I think Cancerian energy, and probably just all water signs, are going to have the most power, is because remember, we're stepping into our power, but we're stepping into our power in the wonderful things about water. Okay, creativity, understanding, generosity, love, you know, compassion. Like these are the things that we're going to shine as water signs. Okay, so do the little Nicky and choose love. All right, so let's get into it. I am so excited to see what's going on for Cancer for April 2024. All right, that little Nicky. I'm gonna have to watch that movie now. Nice. Yeah, that it's gonna be something coming in, and it's gonna be something where you might just, let's just dive into it. Amazing. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we'll definitely clarify the Tower at the end. But like I said, it's the biggest thing here is your boundaries, all right? There's something here with boundaries. Overall energy, though, for the month of April is Queen of Wands. And so this is exactly the type of power I was talking about. This is ruled by Aries and Pisces. So remember, there's a lot of Aries and Pisces energy in April. And the whole message of the Queen of Wands is when you feel empowered, you empower others. All right. This is a generous, optimistic type of queen. This is a fearless queen. All right. This confidence, this queen doesn't combat with that low vibe, like Mars energy, like in a sense of, you know, fighting with that low energy. They're just, they don't have to, they don't waste their time with that. You know what I mean? Like they have their boundaries up where they're just not bothered by it. Okay. Very interesting too. My ear just started ringing right when I said that. And so I want you to really focus on that. I want you to be this fearless queen who, the optimistic, generous, empowered queen. Like that is your calling right now. All right. So interesting. 3 of Swords is in an area of what you need more of. And this is ruled by Saturn in Libra, Saturn in Libra. And so there is a lesson with your Saturn placement. It could be your Saturn's in Libra. It could be with a Libra or what house Libra rules. But there's something here with a lesson. All right. And I think it's a lesson with communication. I think it's a lesson with our thoughts. But the heart teaches the mind. And so again, I think this is a way of your water energy, right? And see how the tears going down this heart here. And like this can be sorrow, breakups, heartache, whatever. But for me, I really think this is more of a sense of you learning to empower yourself by transmuting that water energy, all right? And feeling it more, understanding it more, and accepting it more. There might be a heartache where we haven't wanted to deal with it or acknowledge it for what it is. You know, like that's another thing with us water signs is we know how to disassociate very well from things that we don't want to deal with. Okay. So there's something here I want you to work through it this month is really the message I'm getting. What I love so much is the 9 of Cups in this area of everything kind of in its right place. This is ruled by Jupiter and Pisces. And so again, there's so much luck for you in incorporating that water energy, that compassion, that abundance, the gratitude. I'm getting a sense of like really looking around and being like, you know what? Like, I love my life. I have an amazing life and I'm proud of it. That's really the message I'm getting with this card is just like believing too that wishes come true. So remember that big energy of April 20th. You're in the right energetic realm to welcome in all of your wishes. Okay? So make sure you take time to write down your wishes. There's a book called It Works. And the main part of it is you think about what you want, you write it down every day, you visualize it every day, and you do it 3 times a day. And you have to do it every day and not do it as a chore, but do it in the faith of this works. All right. So really make sure that you take time to do that gratitude because there's a lot of luck here with you believing in your dreams, believing in miracles, believing in magic. All right. This is like childlike magic energy. Watch some Disney movies. You know what I mean? Fascinating. Okay. So strength is in an area of what you need less of. And so the strength is ruled by Leo. So this can be Leo energy in your life. It can be related to your ego. But what I'm really getting is this sense of we need to be more bold and confident with our authority. I get a sense of, the gentle leader and the, yeah, so that notification just told me, yes, this is the message, that we need to be more bold and confident in our power. Okay, and that's probably going to come more clear as we go through this. All right, well, we can change the Death card. This is transformation. This is accepting change. And so there's maybe something here. This is also ruled by Scorpio. So there's something here that I feel like we know we need to let go of, but we're afraid to. And this can be beliefs. Like this can be outdated beliefs that we had on ourselves or how society works. It can be a routine that, worked for us in the past, but now we're in this new chapter of our life or this new like identity in our life. Like this routine used to work, but it doesn't. Outdated relationships, whatever it is, take it how it resonates. But there's something here that we just need to recognize. Sometimes endings are here to welcome in the new. Remember, like this night ushers in the release of this so that this new opportunity can bloom. And look at the white, like I'm going back to the peace, right? So I'm going back to this idea of like, this could even be the way in which we approached conflict, that we see it in a new way and we do the little Nikki and we just give back peace and love and not in a sense of not standing up for yourself. Because remember, you're supposed to be bold and confident, but just how we think about things. I really think this is because this is major arcana and you have this focus on so many people in your life. I think that this is really related to an overhaul of how we perceive the way things work. Okay? Very interesting, especially with the Tower at the end. So Queen of Cups is what you need to accept. I want you, like I said, I think there's something we're resisting of letting go of because we don't know where it's going. And the Queen of Cups asks you to go with the flow, all right? The Queen of Cups, too, is ruled by Gemini and Cancer, okay? And so this is really asking you to be in the flow, to also be a very, like, that Cancerian, warm, loving, divine feminine mother energy, okay? This could also be an older female in your life with this energy. It's not ruled by Pisces, but I always associate it with Pisces because of the fish, all right? But there's a big focus of feminine energy in your life. Now, the end of the month ending with the Tower. Now, remember, the Tower doesn't have to happen to you. It can happen for you. Either you're attached to the lightning bolt of change or you're attached to the Tower. The choice is yours. So I want you to align yourself with that lightning bolt of change. And I really think you are. It's just a matter of learning this lesson of how we assert ourselves. I really do think that that's the biggest thing here, is there's just a residual lesson being learned that once it's cleared, you're asking for something to be cleared, and it's going to be cleared. So you just have to accept, I did ask for this to be cleared, and now it's clearing, okay? Wow. Crazy, crazy, awesome energy. So let's see what past life energy here is going to help you out. All right, well, past life energy is going to help Cancers for April 2024. Ooh. You know, wow. All right, so you got the High Priest or Priestess. Remember I told you the High Priestess showed up while I was clearing your cards? That's why I paused a little bit. I don't think you realize how powerful you are, or maybe you have this idea that you are, but you don't fully believe in the reality of like High Priestess energy. That's like what I'm getting. You know what I mean? It's like you see it in stories and you hear stories and you love these stories, but you don't realize that that energy is actually within you. Okay? All right. So you probably already know that you were a high priest or high priestess during one or more lifetimes. Most people who have held these roles have a conscious sense of it. You've also retained your heightened spiritual knowledge, with which this card is urging you to put into greater practice. It's time for you to reignite your spiritual power and use it to service of the divine mission of healing, teaching, and helping the world. This card urges you to release any insecurities that you may have about your spiritual abilities or any fears about others knowing your beliefs. Yeah, like this is huge. This is where, like, being bold and confident and empowered in your power. Wow. Huge, huge, huge. Okay, so let's see what empowering question is going to help you embrace this High Priestess energy that's in you. All right, what empowering question is going to help Cancers for? All right. Oh, nice. Okay, this is perfect message. What would happen if I didn't try to control my future? So remember, the Queen of Cups, accepting going with the flow. There's something here where I feel like there are things that are trying to flow and we're resisting them. I don't know why we're resisting them, but that resistance is there, okay? Definitely go with the flow. All right, let's see what archetypal energy. This can either be you or somebody in your life. We all play characters in each other's lives. The most important part of this, though, is for you to be the hero of your own journey, okay, Cancers? So what archetypal energy is affecting Cancers? All right. Father energy. Okay, so light attributes. Talent for, I think Taurus got this too. Either Aries or Taurus. But it's what is very interesting is they didn't get it in the archetype card. They actually got it in the past life energy. So this might be very related to if you have any of those placements. So anyway, sorry. Light attributes. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Shadow attributes. Dictator, control, abusive authority. All right, so this can, like I said, it can either be you or somebody in your life. Masculine, feminine, these aren't gender-specific roles, okay? There are plenty of people who identify female that have very strong masculine energy. So always take that how, and vice versa. So take that how it resonates. But I'm getting a sense this month that there is a very strong father energy that is going to be a major part of this, okay? Okay, so now let's get Dragon. It is the year of the dragon, so let's pull a dragon card and let's see what dragon energy is going to help Cancers. April 2023. All right, remember the year of the dragon with the age of Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius. Like, this is a year of transformation. And remember, the more of us that can individually step into our power, choose love, choose acceptance, choose embracing our shadow, the more we will step into that Aquarian energy. Also, too, think of the High Priestess. Like, there's this idea, too, of, like, when you know, like, let's say you were a High Priestess who, let's say you were a High Priestess that, like, had, you were very powerful, right? But then, like, people were scared of your power. Or, like, there was shadow energy that, like, hadn't been healed. And, like, there's like this residual fear that comes from that. So just think about that. All right. Royal Blue and Gold Dragon strengthens you to stand in. This is so amazing. Strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. Dang, Cancers, there's so much here with you and your power. All right. There's so much here. Look at this. Your cloak of power with pride. Embrace this energy. So remember, that solar eclipse is going to be magical. If you have time to, like, allow that eclipse energy into your, like, take time to look at it, or if you have time to, like, drive there, like, there's something really powerful that I think is going to sink, like the hairs are standing up right now. Like, there's something super magical. And then also remember, full moon in Scorpio, April 23rd. All right. Okay. This is perfect for you. And I can't believe I didn't say this earlier. So April 23rd, full moon in Scorpio. This intense and dynamic full moon encourages us to take back our power and remove ourselves from people and situations that are holding us back. Take a stand. Stepping into your power. Please take, oh, and then Scorpio, hello. What you can change. Like, this is ruled by Scorpio. There's something here to you taking your power back in some way. I love this so much. Okay, so now let's get a crystal card. Wow. And all of the readings too, like, April is, I'm telling you, collectively, like, super powerful for the collective. Okay, so remember, all of us personally are asking to step into our power in some way. It's just about, like, life's to choose your own adventure, right? All right, so we got red jasper, nurturing, and rhodochrosite, which is self-love. All right, you need to nurture your self-love. You need to believe in your power. And I think these are wonderful cards. Excuse me. What I'd also like to point out is the Queen of Wands here. Like, you need to nurture this empowered queen. You need to nurture this side of you and step into your power. And that self-love is so important to see. Okay, so we're going to do one last clarifier. We're going to clarify this tower. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Comment if it resonates in a certain way. Please share with anybody, too, who you think might need to hear this reading, who has any Cancerian energy. All right, and remember, this High Priestess, the High Priestess within you, okay? All right, we're going to clarify the tower at the end of the month. Why is the tower here for Cancers? End of April 2024. Why is the tower here for Cancers? End of April 2024. All right, Cancers. Cancer. Oh, wow. Okay. We're doing one more. This is, I'm so happy for you. Okay. April 2024. We're getting one more clarifier. There it is. All right. Amazing. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, the Tower. the Tower welcoming and the Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, like the Tower happens for you. So we have to see certain lessons that come in and why they do. The Hierophant was actually backwards. And so I do want you to, I think that this is an energy of, the Hierophant is all about teaching and putting your putting your beliefs into practice and like tradition. But so I get this sense of like the only thing that can get in your way is by not actually doing as you say. All right. So not actually like, it's like, I believe in this, and then all of a sudden your actions aren't aligning with that for some reason. That's just really a message I'm getting. And so, like I said, there's something here to you and your power. You're meant to step in it. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Cancers. As always, shine your inner light. You've got this.